Hello guys, and welcome to another video with Coach Joe. This is my first video for 2024, and it's going to be strictly about the topic Forex trading, understanding what Forex is all about. In a few minutes, I'm going to be reviewing the topic. So before that, I would like you guys to, of course, like, subscribe, and comment what topics you want me to make next after this one. Even if this trading video will cover just the theory aspect, it's very important that you have the practical aspect of it, and that's where you can get it. Where you can get it rather is in my WhatsApp channel. So it's a free one for everybody. You can go there and of course get um winning trade ideas. Like I always post every week. So every day there's always a new trading idea for everybody to see how I take my sales and buy of the asset I trade, which is gold. If you have been following me for some time now, you see that I majorly trade gold, and of course I'm looking to do more gold setups this year. And since this is my first YouTube video for 2024, I decided we should go all over it again, start what trading is about, and the benefits attached of being a trader, and of course doing it from doing it with you guys and for you guys rather. So don't forget to smash that like button, and of course share the video with a lot of your friends. Watch as many times just to get a clue and a strong grasp of what I'll be preaching in this video. So of course, right now we're reviewing the topic which has to do with understanding trading. And of course, you guys should already know that I'm the one by the top right hand side of the screen. Coach Joe, so I'm going to wave. And of course, trading is a business I've been into since 2019, but I came across trading since 2017. But I have been a trader since 2019 and still many more years under my belt to come. With that, you should understand that I will give you a better perspective on what trading is like for an African, of course, and give you what trading is like for a student, what trading is like for anybody trying to come up. I will always give you first-hand glance of what trading is like. Try to do it from the bottom. So if you have seeing the topic, I'd like to move to the next um, page, which talks about the definition of Forex, the key players involved in this Forex game, and of course, the purpose of trading. These three will be very short and precise. Of course, Forex is just a short term for when you talk about the foreign exchange. It is simply what the global marketplace for buying and selling currencies. Not just currencies, you can also sell like I do, commodities, metals, indices, different assets are there for you in the foreign exchange trading space. You can trade even cryptos. That's depending on your broker, you can trade a lot of assets. So you need to pick a good broker when you start out your journey with the help of a good mentor. And I preach about Xness right now. Xness is giving you guys, yeah, an opportunity to sign up now and of course be a part of the team, so that by the end of the new year you already know that you have started withdrawing from, of course, Xness, and it's swift as the deposit. So the key players involved in trading are simply the banks, financial institutions, you have corporations, you have governments, you have individual traders participating in the market, individual traders like you and I, who that try to learn, and me who is already a trader, but I trade my own capital. I could trade a prop firm, but it's also my own capital because, of course, I'm paying for the account. And how to get that done is using raise funding. Raise funding provides the best and cheapest conducive environment for traders to make money off getting little, of spending little money to get great capital. So they have capital ranging from $500 if you're not yet confident to, of course, 250,000, and it can scale you as high as $750,000, $750 US, $750,000 US, sorry. And of course, it should be your aim because the higher you grow, the higher capital you have in your disposal, the more percentage or the more returns you get in terms of percentage. So you don't really need to reach crazy numbers. Like 1% of 750,000 is around 7,500 US per trade. And if you are risking that amount per trade, you need a strategy that will put you up at least 50% of the time a winner, so that you can, of course, stay in this game long term and become very profitable over the course of the long term. So I'll go on to say the purpose of trading Forex includes what? It facilitates international trade, that's between two currencies, between two countries, between two assets, of course, and investment by enabling currency conversion. I already said that you need two countries, two assets to come together to actually make trading possible. Because even if you go to the market, you need a buyer and a seller for any transaction to go down. Even if you see a product, you need to know who is the owner of that product before you can, of course, participate in trading the local commodities you find. So the next slide is talking about why Forex trading is very important to us as traders, as of course individuals at large. It is a very liquid place. Liquidity. When you talk about liquidity, I'm always saying that liquidity simply means for every buyer there is a seller. So it doesn't necessarily mean you need to wait for your seller. Just like there are some stock or some crypto assets you buy over time, you need to actually wait for a seller to demand before you can buy that, or you need a seller, sorry, to actually give out supply, to want to release some asset off and make some money now for you to be able to own those assets or maybe land or house. But in Forex, when you press the sell button, it goes. That means there's always somebody there to fill in your order. And when you press the right buy button, it's the same thing. You always have somebody there to fill in your order. So accessibility is always there for you 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Allowing traders to engage from anywhere in the world. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you are in the US, you are in Iraq, you are in Nigeria, you are in South Africa, anywhere in the world, man, 4 times, 5 times a week, you have from Monday to Friday to trade. Even if most markets have up to Saturdays and Sundays, market like the derivative pairs and of course the crypto markets, they also have a way of trading into the weekends. But we are strictly focused on currencies and assets in the Forex market, the foreign exchange market, then 24 hours, 5 days a week is the time frame you should have in mind. So they provide opportunities as well for you to make money off the movement of these currencies. That's an opportunity. That's a job creation for anybody who is an introvert and wants to also make money sitting on your laptop and predicting the price and speculating the price of currencies around the world, of assets around the world. This could be your job, man, for as long as time exists, because of course trading will also exist for as long as human beings exist. You should understand that. But the best thing you should put yourself in as a trader is trading, if not all the assets, then trading an asset that will last and stand a period of time. So that's why I've stuck with gold, because gold, of course, we know is natural resources and it has been here for as long as the world began. So it's going to also be here for as long as the world will continue. That is why I'm trading only gold. It's just not only gold that's tradable. You can trade, of course, US oil. You can trade silver, copper, whatever works, man, as long as it can stand the test of time. Why I'm saying that? Because there are other currencies like you have crypto and the currencies that we have right now. Because crypto is more like the future of where currencies are going. So who knows? Maybe tomorrow our medium of exchange will change from what we have now as currencies to what will be crypto then. So you should trade something that will last more for you guys. And the next slide is also talking about how Forex trading works, because now you know what it is and why it's important. So you need to know how this works, you know. So three um you have three ways or three important things to note about how trading works, which is the currency pairs. You need to know how or what a bidder's ask price spread is about, and you need to also know what leveraging does for you. So if you understand what these three pillars does for you, then you understand what trading works or how trading works rather. So currency pairs has to do with what traders speculating on the exchange rate between two currencies. Like I said, we always need to asset two parties when you're trying to trade because one is trying to sell and the other one is trying to buy, you know. So when you understand that these two things need to be these two currencies or two countries need to be in an agreement before you can trade, then you can also know what news to read about as the pairs will indicate. Just like if you are looking up to trading Euro USD, you know that you should be focused on what is happening with the US economy, what is happening with the top European nations, and all the news happening that's going to be affecting the prices of US-based companies as well, of course, because in the long or the bigger picture, most of these companies have a fixed rule that when they actually reduce or increase value, it tends to affect the US economy. So we should also look out for those. But the way I trade is I trade a technical approach. That means we don't even need to look at too many news, but some news. So some important news, and then we know where the price is heading to next. So other examples are there apart from this Euro USD and GBP, JPY. There are a lot of other examples. We have Aussie pair, USD, the AUD, and so on and so forth. And then you move on to talk about what the bid and ask price spread is all about. So the difference between a buying and a selling price determines transaction cost. So that means they're telling you that there's a small gap between those who are trying to sell and those who are trying to buy. So that small gap is where your broker will make money off. They call it a spread. So if your broker is making money off a spread, that means you need a broker that will take less money off the spread, the cost of the transaction. So if you're trying to buy, they'll give you from this price. If you're trying to sell, they'll give you from this price. That's what the spread is talking about there. And the smaller the spread, the more effective the broker, because you need a very, very good broker to offer you the best price of spread. You understand? So that you can make money. And why you need this spread is because once you take a trade, you first run into loss so that when you cover the cost of the spread, then you can be counting in profit. That if you are making money. So if you are losing, you tend to lose more depending on your broker. You have to pick a very good broker so that you don't lose too much. Do you understand me? So leverage. Leverage has to talk about the amount or the control the trader has over his capital. That's what it means. So there's a stage where you want to invest more based off the opportunity you are seeing of the chart. You need leverage to allow you push more capitals in at that very setup and then withdraw more capital that take away some capital at some setup. Do you understand? So leverage is all about the control that allows large positions with relative amount of small capital. That means you can want to reach all your capital at once. Do you understand? You can want to reach it all at once. So what leverage does is for you, gives you the ability to reach all at once and then make more profit based off what you have reached. And it also gives the opportunity to lose more based off the of course the profit you had in mind. So you should also understand that as good as leverage is also dangerous for those who do not have a very active trading strategy. So you understand the currency pairs, the bid and ask spread, and you also understand what leverage is about, what it has to do with your capital, allowing you to amplify both profit and loss. Then we move on to talk about the major currency pairs, which is of course not all, but the important ones with strong economy. That is why they are the major currency pairs. You have the euro versus the dollar, you have the USD versus the Japanese yen, you have the British pound versus the US dollar, you have the US dollar versus the Swiss franc, and you have the Australian dollar versus the US dollar. So you see that the US dollar is a very, very strong pair. That's why it's coming against most of these pairs you have paired up against them. And you see that these two countries are trying to make trading possible at that time. So what you need to do is, as a trader, speculate the current rate at which Euro USD is going to go against dollar. So if the current rate is going to be dropping, then what you do is you sell Euro USD, and if it's going to be increasing, of course, you buy Euro USD. That's just what we do here as traders. So it's a simple thing. You get on your chart, you find an opportunity, and then you risk your money with leverage. So the next slide, I'll just go to increase the height. The next slide is talking about the factors affecting the forex market. So, as you know, they are key players. They are the rules that these key players have to play. That is what we call them, the factors. So, anytime they play these rules, they tend to make the market move crazy direction. So, you have economic indicators, you have geopolitical events, you have central bank policies. So if you know that the bank, you know that the government, you know corporations, and you know institutional trading facilities, they have they're the key players. That means they have some sort of role. For you to be a key player, that means you have some sort of role in this market. You have some sort of role in moving this market, because you see that these people I've mentioned, they are trading a very, very huge capital. Like, they have a lot of money to move this market. These people could be contributing, if you have 6 points, let's say $6 trillion a day, they could be contributing as high as 5 points trillion a day, so that retail traders have the remaining percentage of players in the market. So you should understand that you don't want to be going against these people. That's why most of the traders you come across, they're always talking about what is happening in the news while we're trying to look at the news. And there are some important news and there are some non-important news. You just need to, of course, use the best trading calendar so that you can understand which is the perfect news for you to focus on and which one is, of course, noise in the market. So you have economic indicators. They're talking about the country GDP, the unemployment data rates. They're talking about the inflation rates, the interest rates, influence, and so on. Anything that has to do with the current, the country's unemployment data, inflation rates, if they are increasing or reducing, what you need to do is look up the chart, what country they're talking about, what currencies they are using, and then you look for currencies that, if these rates are increasing and these rate hikes are getting worse, the countries, sorry, that are benefiting from them losing money. So if you can pay them together, of course, you can make money trading the forex market. The same thing with geopolitical events, like when you have political instability, you have trade agreements, you have conflicts, and you have other stuffs happening like war. All these stuffs are sentiments that are tied around political events. So that means you don't know, you know that a citizen will not just pick a gun and cause a fight. There needs to be political conflict between them most times for a heavy war to break between two nations. And when this is happening, there are some companies who are suffering, and most of traders do what? They pick these companies, pick this opportunity, and they make money off it. That's what trading is about, spotting an opportunity and making money off that opportunity. So you have central banks policies. I told you the bank is one of those big players, and they have a policy that they release every year or every month rather, and it contains the interest rate decisions, and it also affects the currency strength based on what they release. So if you know the factors affecting the forex market, you should understand the risks associated with the forex market. This is important, guys, because the market has its own risks. Then you have the leverage risks, and then you have the counterparty risks. So if you understand these 3 weeks, then you are good to go because now you know what the business is, you know the key players of the business, you know the factors affecting the business, what the key players can do to you. Now you need to understand the risks associated with the business. You need to know what risks. Okay, now I know that they have $6 trillion available in this market. What risks are there to take in this money? Do you understand me now? That's where the risk associated with forex trading comes in. You have the market risks. Fluctuations in currency pairs can lead to financial loss. So if you are not accurate with your entry, if you are taking a sell instead of a buy, of course you will lose money. That's what that paragraph is talking about. And the leverage risks, I told you guys about the leverage. As much as you can win, that is how much you can lose. So excessive leverage can amplify gains, but also magnify losses. So that means if you are taking 5,000 naira and you say you want to risk it all in the market, based on the leverage you have with your broker, that 5,000 naira could turn to 500,000 naira, it could turn to 5 million naira, it could turn to 50 million naira. But it could also lose the 5,000 naira. If you are not planning to lose that money all at once, based on the leverage, you can lose it all at once because of how much profit you are trying to make off that money. That is how quick you can also lose it without allowing it to reach maybe the stop loss you had before. The original stop loss, if you're using a smaller rate, will then become breach, of course. And then you have the counterparty risks, which is of course when I'm telling you about picking a good broker. The broker you should pick should help you rectify this counterparty risk. We're talking about slippage. We're talking about not placing, not giving me the best price when I take a trade, and also the cost of my transaction. So if I'm not using a good broker, of course, the transaction will be very high, and there's a very high possibility that this same trade that will cost me more will, of course, will not be delivered at the right price. So that, of course, will increase my stop loss again. So broker. You need a good broker, guys. That's why I recommend XNS for you. They are the best in the game right now. They know what they are doing. So for that, I'm going to leave my link in the description, as well as the link for my WhatsApp group on my WhatsApp channel where you can follow us and see what we do there every week. Every week there's always a trade for everybody on group. So it's all about joining us now and of course becoming a forex trader. So if you understand what we just talked about, if you understand the risks, then you should understand that there are only 3 ways of approaching this market. You understand? There are only 3 ways of approaching this market. So you could be a day trader, you could be a swing trader, and you could be a position trader. So it all goes down to you. You have to pick one, you cannot do all. Do you understand? You have to pick one, you cannot do all. In as much as you can day trade today and hold some positions into the next day, of course, you have to pick one, which is the day trading, which you are always taking your positions today, and or if you're a day trader and of course a scalper, or you are a swing trader, or you are a position trader. I'll let you know what the 3 differences are. If a day trader is opening a position, let's say 10 a.m., he's looking to close that position today around 10 p.m. or let's say 3 p.m., but it has to be within that day. You understand? That's what the day trader does. While a scalper is looking to take within 5 minutes to 1 hour, that's the max is going to stay on the trade. So it's always quick profit in and out for a scalper. The day trader can hold the same day, but not more than the same day. Do you understand? He has to open and close that same day. But the swing trader can open a position, let's say Monday, and hold it up to Friday and take profits. It all matters how far the market or how much speed, how much momentum the market has at that moment to push it to its acquire take profit. There is require take profit. Could be today's trade. He sought out on the daily and the monthly chart, and he also got the trade off the 4 hour. So he's looking to hold this same trade all the way to Friday so that he can take profit. While a position trader, they do their own based off months. So you have traders who of course sold who of course bought more dollar at the beginning of January, or Even people that bought dollars against naira, that's what I'm talking about, dollar against naira. Those who bought November and December, they are still holding those positions up to today because right now dollar and naira, you see, is a crazy increase. More than 100% of people who bought during this time I mentioned, that's November and December and January, have made anywhere between 50 to 100% returns on their money. So that is more of position trading. They are holding for a little bit longer than um, a week to, let's say, months and years, as the case may be. So you just need to pick one type of trading strategy and go with it. So getting started with trading, now you know what trading is about, you know the types of trader and which one you want to be. How do you get started? How do you become this trader? So it's easy. You just do 3 steps. You need education, you need a good broker, and you need to demonstrate what you have learned. So education, you need to understand the basics of forex trading, which is what I'm doing now. I'm teaching you the basics of forex trading. You need to understand the terminologies. I'm teaching you some. There will be more when you start going in deep with strategies. And you need to also have a winning strategy and risk management. So the remaining terminologies, strategies, and risk management parts is what I can offer to you as somebody who has been doing it for a long time. I can offer you that premium service of you understanding what trading is about, and then you also try to make money trading the strategy and the risks I apply. Do you understand me? So if you're able to get education aspect out the way, you need to pick a good broker, which I always recommend Xness, Xness, Xness. Guys, Xness is your one-stop broker for funding and withdrawals. They're the best. They offer you the best price. They offer you the best assets to trade because we trade, of course, gold and US oil nowadays. But the Xness broker make these two assets very available for you. So if you have a good broker and you have a good education, good understanding of what forex is about, the strategy you are trading, the last phase is putting this into practice, man. Just like other footballers, like the Messi, Ronaldo, who take at least anywhere between 100 to 1,000 free kicks only to score one or two during the match. So you should see how much practice they put into their game. It's the same thing as a trader. Immediately after a winning or a losing trade, you should also be there to practice, not just practicing to become a trader, then forget about it or no. You need to also be learning as you go. So demo trading is not there for you to stick to it for the longest time, but it's there for you to practice the education part of getting started with forex trading. You need to practice it on a demo account so that you don't hurt yourself using your real money. Then, when you're confident enough that you know what I'm talking about or what other mentors are talking about, then you can fund in or you go in with raise capital, of course, and then you make money of what you know, right? So, getting started with Forex, I already told you, it's just 3 steps. You have to have a good education, a good broker, and then you test it out with demo trading. So, if you understand that, then I'm coming to the conclusion, or I've come to the conclusion that Forex trading offers vast opportunities for everyone, and it is an opportunity for profit, but it requires knowledge, discipline, and risk management, guys. I'm preaching out this stuff because it is very important for you to know this. If you know this, then it's going to be easy for you to navigate the market because you have the knowledge, you have the discipline, and then the risk management to guide you where you are wrong, of course. And in continuous learning, that's what I said about the Ronaldo and the Messi free kick team. You need to always be learning. You need to be putting out educational content. It cannot, if you are filled with the learning space, you start giving back to the community, guys. That is what trading is about. Because when you make this amount of money, when you see how quickly you can make money, you want to give out that same information, and that is what I'm doing today. I'm trying to invite you to trade with us on the WhatsApp channel, like I said, and of course, do it with Xness, the best broker. So why not start today? If you have the proper education, like I've given you, the basics of trading, then you also know that Xness is there for you as a broker to practice because they have demo accounts, they have live accounts for you. Then anyone can participate, man. If you have this in place, anyone can participate. You can become a forex trader as quick as today. Just hit the link on the description, talk to me, or get into my WhatsApp channel and I'll message you privately just to know how far you have been in your trading journey, or else don't answer me. This just watch what I do and join the trade. And when you win a trade, you can just let me know, okay, I won my trade, and from there we can continue the conversation. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the group by next week. And of course, if you have any questions, I would like you to hit it up on the comment section, and I'll be looking through most of the questions you have to answer you one after the other. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, share this video to as many friends who don't know what trading can do for you, but of course, they want to know. So even if they don't know, let them know, man. Understand that life is all about pushing yourself and going beyond the boundaries of your knowledge. So, with that, is a conclusion from me, guys. Thank you for watching to the end. If you stayed up to this moment, you're my biggest fan, and I'm also your biggest fan. I love you, and I love you so much for doing that. Take care and see you next video. Till then, peace.